today's a little bit different. We are chilling out with a good friend of mine, Matt, who runs a CrossFit gym. I've been a member of his gym now for a long time, like 3.5 years, and it's just been really interesting seeing his business grow. So I thought I'd just share that and see what we can learn. Yeah, so when I first met Matt and we first saw his gym, it was half the size of what it currently is, and they got a boxing club and all sorts of bits and pieces within that, and now it's just become this huge warehouse. And it's been a huge part of my life for quite a while. So man, are we going to wander around the gym?
Yeah.
Awesome. So have a look around, see how everything's developed. So this is like the main CrossFit area as
Yeah,
such?
so this is CrossFit area. We've just redeveloped it again. We moved in 2 years ago, but needed to move things around to make the most of the space. So we did have this rig, or a small rig, across the gym. We now moved it to the side to allow much more space in the middle, and it has opened it up massively for what we wanted to do.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a company that came in called Prime Fitness. Brilliant. They're only starting out themselves, but everything was made in the UK, and the service I got from them was brilliant. That's why I met them, rather than going with a big company who probably get the steel in from China or wherever. I wanted to work with someone who's relatively local, someone who's, I still remember starting out, and I'm still building up myself, so I wanted to help them, and they've helped us with our CrossFit competitions as well.
So very much local businesses.
Local as in the UK. For something like this, that's local, because most companies are in China or the States or somewhere like that.
Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen on my social media, but I had a bit of a shoulder injury. So I had my first session back this morning in CrossFit. Felt really good. So I haven't actually used this rig yet, and I've been quite excited to use it.
Won't be long till you're up there.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not allowed to do my favourite things, which is lifting things above my head and anything gymnastic, which is quite frustrating. It's killing me. So this is the boxing area, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've just sort of redeveloped upstairs a little bit. Not too much in this area, but new ring canvas, new. Just trying to open this area. Boys just finished their afternoon sparring session. This was one of my initial. This was one of my initial when I got into boxing. I've come across this on YouTube, I think, or Instagram, and I was the first person to bring these to the UK. So it was a great company, Aqua Bag. So the difference with hitting these bags is that when you land punch into the bag, your body sinks in like it's hitting a body, whereas something like this is a little bit more. There's no giving it, so it's better on your wrists and things like that. And I saw a gap in the market, and done really well for a couple of years, and then other companies started to come in, and it just wasn't worth my while anymore. But we still got a gym full of the aqua bags.
So something we talk about quite commonly within property is multiple streams of income.
Yep.
So very much what kind of you've done here is creating these multiple streams, multiple kind of sub-products and businesses within the business.
Yeah, with the aqua bag, it wasn't planned. It was just, I wanted one, couldn't get one.
You're solving
I can only
your
get
problem.
50.
Yeah.
So, actually, I reckon I could sell 50, and it just snowballed from there.
From there, yeah.
But this was another stream. We had a Brazilian jiu-jitsu team who were hiring out the space downstairs, but it was a space that we had to share. It wasn't ideal for them, wasn't ideal for us, so we decided to, by spending a few £1,000, build a new floor. The Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys still use this space, but then we've now gone and rented it out to a karate and kickboxing club.
Wow,
on the other. So literally every day of the week in the evenings, this is now usable space.
Wow.
So rough sum of money. The floor probably cost about £7,000. but I'll probably be getting that in rent. Well, I will be getting that in rent and more within the first 6 months. So straight away, it's paid for itself.
Yeah, it's got that yield, that return on investment.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's worked.
Awesome. Am I okay to test it out? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to test this out. So we met through BNI, didn't we? So through business networking, I think it was. And I just remember it really distinctly was coming in my business suit and like messing about in your previous gym, just climbing up the pegs and everything. Before then, how did it start? When did it begin with that journey?
Yep. So journey began, I wanted to help people with injuries, so I had to do a sports therapy course, including personal training. After a couple of years of going to people's houses, I then got my first sort of premises, built up my clientele from there, and have gradually grown along the way.
Fantastic. And I suppose you started with, I think you said, a small sort of PT gym, and then built up from there, bigger units.
Yeah, so it started off one-to-one personal training, very, very small area. Then got a second unit and opened that up more to be a personal training gym, so people could come and use the gym on their own, but they could only do that if they were having personal training sessions as well. And then sort of we discovered the boxing and CrossFit side for my own personal training, and then I realised that's the direction I wanted to take my gyms in.
And it leads me nicely with I know you and know the gym through CrossFit. Obviously you guys do boxing, you do martial arts and stuff, but for me it's mainly been CrossFit and weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting. For someone who doesn't know what CrossFit is, what is CrossFit?
Yeah, so essentially CrossFit is strength training, lifting, core work, gymnastics, everything thrown into one. And every day you'll come in, it's systemised and it's programmed, so whatever's on the board, the whole group will do, and it's adjusted to every ability, whether that's injury level or ability of what you can lift and what you can move.
And from where you're going now, where is your vision with your business with the gym? Because I mean, this has already become quite big. Where is it that you're planning to go?
Without going into too much detail, about this time last year I was looking to sell. I just sort of had enough of the day-to-day stuff. I'd spoken to certain people, numerous people on selling. Didn't quite happen, but the gym was at a point where I needed to reinvest to take it on to the next level, or it could have gone the wrong way, totally. So just before Christmas we started to redo the gym, turn it around a little bit, and it's definitely made a big difference. Where we go forward, obviously for me at the moment there's still a little bit more work to do, and establish it as the gym to go to in Ipswich really. What's the big picture? I don't honestly know. I guess it'd be now is me having a business partner who can share the load, and get this membership up to where it needs to be, and then potentially see, well, where do we go from there?
Yeah, definitely. And from my perspective, and from kind of property business, as we were discussing earlier, systems in a business. I mean, not everybody in property or landlords might have one or two properties. They're not generally very systemized. Obviously, we've had to become extremely systemized in this business. Otherwise, it just couldn't have grown. It just couldn't have functioned. What I suppose would be your sort of core, really high-level core tips for when it comes to the systems that you've used in breaking down your business and making it flow so you can have people in place and so on and so forth?
I think it's all do things gradually, especially at the early stages. Now, my early stages, I'm talking maybe 10 years where I couldn't afford to go out and spend the way I probably wanted to. So it's all about budgets really, and knowing knowing what you can and can't do. It's only been this last year or so where I've had the cash pot to maybe not overspend, but just go and spend, right, okay, well, do we need a new rig? Is it going to make a big difference to the business? A few years ago, I would have said no. But actually, yeah, it's made a big difference. People love it, people like seeing it, and people will come for that one reason. Yeah. So, as far as systems is grow gradually, but have a plan in place on where you want to go and how you want to do it. I systemize everything, even to how to switch the lights on.
So do you have like, I know somebody I know, they call it their big dog, their big manual they've got, that they all the systems and processes.
Yeah, it's almost idiot proof. If I was to die tomorrow or a Martian was to come, they could pick everything up. With reading step by step. Might take them a little bit longer than it's taken me, or would take me to do it, but someone could pick it up tomorrow, and it's I suppose for me it helps me relax a little bit that I know I've got that in place, that someone can come in and do this, that and the other.
So I suppose to summarise really, there's two big takeaways. One, obviously, grow gradually and within your budget, and allow that more organic growth. I know a lot of us are really keen to grow, but sometimes it's good just to allow things to grow in the next course. I suppose secondly, really to systemise and to record, I suppose, create that manual, that operations book that allows you to run your business.
I guess one of the big things for me, I always go back to it from an early day, and I still use it now. It's just very, very simple calculations. When I was going to people's houses and I was charging £25 an hour for personal training, we went. I then had this first premise come up, and it was like £200 a month. And just quite simply, I worked out how many extra personal training sessions I would need a week to cover those costs. And when he broke it down, it was two sessions a week extra that I needed to cover the costs, and it was a no-brainer to have my own premises. So it is very simple mathematics that can take you a long way, and I still use that same process now.
And I suppose it opens up more opportunities then, and you have sort of almost a residual income. You then have almost a fixed income over that you know is coming in, and then you can start to sort of scale from there. Yeah. Mate, it's been really good to catch up. I'm really looking forward to coming back and seeing it further growth and getting back into it.
We'll have some videos of you somersaulting over the rig before soon, mate.
Right.
Yeah. Nice one, pal.